Welcome to a special late-night edition of Talk Commerce. My name is Brent Peterson, your co-host for tonight's show, fresh from Shoptoberfest in Brooklyn. Scott and I had some amazing late-night chats with Mitch and Vance from the Shopware team and discovered that choosing the safe e-commerce platform isn't always the smartest move. We dug into the critical differences between platforms, learned how to ask the right questions to avoid costly mistakes, and even found that passion and strong partnerships are just as important as picking the right tech. This isn't your average e-commerce conversation. It's raw, real, and full of insights. Today's episode is sponsored by Shopware. Enjoy my jingle and the show.
Talk commerce, here to be. Shopware got that swinging seat. Shoptoberfest, oh, what a sight. Ringing deals under the neon light. Join the fun, don't miss out. Shopware leads with a lively shout. Groove with joy, spin around. Talk commerce, the best in town.
You're listening to Talk Commerce. Subscribe and download at talk-commerce.com.
Welcome to Shoptoberfest, brought to you by
Shopware.
Fresh. Thank you very much. Joining us in the program here, Vance, Solution Vance, is all I remember.
Solution
he
Vance
runs
from Shopware.
From Shopware. I joke about the 17th beer, but I could be on my 17th. I'm not really sure.
If we did them in half.
Yes, and I'm clicking the table.
Sir, I'm going to ask you to stop clicking the table with your beer.
I appreciate that.
Who else do we have? Please,
That's been your 19th. That's your 17th.
Introduce our second guest here. Please.
Jessica, Jess.
It doesn't matter.
What? How do you?
I call myself Jessica, but I like it when people give me a nickname.
Okay, all right.
Jesse.
So Jessica.
For example, yeah.
8679.
305.
I wish that I had Jesse's girl.
Yeah, we were singing earlier. Rick Springfield, legend. Anyway, wait, that wasn't Rick Springfield.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, it was? Okay. Anywho, our
Jessica.
photographer, videographer, what other ographer are you? Cartographer.
Choreographer. She did the dance. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
do we have dance tonight?
Yeah, it's coming out eventually.
Now, Vance is, listener, you don't see this, but you might see it someday if Brent gets through the 87,000 hours of video.
It's okay.
Huh?
He doesn't have access to internet.
Who doesn't? Vance?
He's probably not going to see it.
Vance does it?
Yeah, he's from Savage.
What's the internet? Is that a thing?
The internet?
This is going to be big.
I'm trying to describe
Should I
your
get on board?
outstanding apparel decisions
Yes,
please.
Yeah.
at
Shopware.
Oktoberfest.
Yep.
Shoptoberfest.
It turns out if you do a lot of Googling,
Yeah.
a lot of ChatGPT searching,
Sure.
and a lot of posting on random blog boards and Reddit posts,
Blockboards.
you can eventually find a place that'll make custom lederhosen. It turns out.
Wait, hold on a
This
second.
is custom.
That's custom?
Have you seen the
There's a
computer
Shopware
program
logo
things on
here.
his laptop?
Holy shit, boy.
There's a circuit board on my legs.
What's on your crotch?
Hey now.
Whoa.
Hey, that's
Eyes up here. Brent, I'm up here.
Anywho.
I love this.
Moving on. So basically, that's kind of badass. I didn't understand the customization. That's real personalization, as we say
better
in the
than teaming.
e-commerce. Huh?
Better than teaming.
It's been a lot better than teaming. We had Rick Wilson, the famous Rick Wilson, Watson on. Not Wilson, Watson. Have another beverage. Scotty. Anywho,
This is how a podcast works?
This
is how it is. Jess, what's your thoughts on the evening? We'll start with you.
This is the audio portion of the
Yeah.
video, or photography, as you might put it.
I mean, it's interesting.
What's your thoughts on the evening as you've seen it through your lens?
Yes.
Ooh,
Tell
I
us
like
about-
that. Good job.
Tell us about the visual you've seen in your audio.
Well, I haven't seen the audio yet, but I will see it later on in post-production. But I have recognized that there's a lot of smiles. It's been remarkably easy to catch people smiling, which I find so
That's very
relieving.
plus.
That is a huge plus.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know if it's people like hamming it up for the camera, but I don't think so. Because sometimes I use like a telephoto lens. They can't always be looking at me. But I got a lot
Did you
of
take
smiles.
any photography of this particular production
Oh
tonight?
yeah. So
I had no idea. I was in the zone. Brent, his eyes are mesmerizing.
yeah, I could tell. I saw that you were.
I'm sorry, what were you
mesmerized
saying, Scott? I was lost in Brent's eyes. I was confused. Is that a thing?
by- We have those
What'd you
mesmerized
say?
photos on camera.
That's really good that you say like you've captured people's happiness tonight,
Yeah,
right?
they've been having a really nice time.
And have you been to events like this where it's been just like droning, like why am I here?
Yes. I shall not name them by name.
No, please don't. We wanted to introduce sponsors we could get. But tonight is brought to you by
Shopware.
Thank you very much. Solution Vans.
Yeah, buddy.
What does that mean? Oh, Jess is leaving.
You're leaving?
Wow.
She's got to actually go to a
I
real
have to go
job.
take photos.
She's got to go
okay.
do her day job.
Oh,
I gotta
okay.
do goodbye, everyone. I love you.
Hey, thanks for coming in,
for
Jess.
joining.
Choose Shopper Jess.
Shopper
Bye,
Jess.
Shopware Jess.
Okay, solutions. What the fuck? What does that mean? I don't understand solutions. I mean, I got problems. You got solutions. I mean, I go across the board.
Basically. So yeah. No,
What does that? What does that mean?
The general gist is like if you think about it, like every.
Just hit your elbow harder.
There you go. So every
Just
system.
go ahead and just hit something on the
Just-
table
just-
down there
just
so we can
smack
hear
it
it.
down.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
Just if you can play, give me actually a sick drum beat. That'd be good.
Yeah. No, do it, really. Vance won't stop, so you should do it. Yes.
There we go. And finally,
My name is Vance, and I like to do solutions for all of you.
More,
I got
more
nothing.
jingles.
More
Shopware
jingles.
jingles.
Okay, we've gone overboard. Let's trying to ask. I asked a serious
Yeah.
podcasting question. You're
respect it.
advanced.
I respect
You're in
it.
charge of solutions. I was told earlier today.
Yeah.
What
Sure,
the hell
sure.
does that mean?
Basically, so every system, there's no one party system. Every time you need to buy anything online, there is a whole multitude of products and services and systems involved, and so those don't all just talk to each other by default. There needs to be some level of communication and infrastructure and architecture about how system A talks to system B, talks to system C. So your e-com system needs to talk to your PIM, needs to talk to your ERP, needs to talk to your CRM. Like all these things need to talk together. Thanks, Brent.
But why don't you just iPass that shit? We had Rob.
Yeah, we have Rob Brand.
Rob
Of the
Brand.
Rand.
Yeah,
Rand
no,
Corporation.
absolutely. So
Why don't you just iPass it?
I
mean,
pass-
I got a button for that. Oh, that's the
I'm
wrong one.
waiting for it.
That was easy. Is there a Yiddish word for iPad?
Kinda.
So that's great. And that was easy. Is a great iPass is theoretically the easy button, but it still needs to be designed what is going to actually be the end all be all architecture, right?
So are you like an engineer?
So think about it this way, right? If you're building the beautiful Radagast beer hall, which is where we're in.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You're in this beautiful building. You don't just start saying, oh, okay, we got some bricklayers over here. They're just going to lay some bricks and we're going to be good. You say, no, you start with, okay, here's the blueprint of what we want the thing to look like. This is what we want. We want this room over here. We want this room here. We want this room here. We want the bar over here. We want the bar in the middle of the room. We want the kitchen here. That is very rudimentary, but that's solution, right? Where it's like, okay,
I
great.
see.
iPass will help you build everything. iPass will be your bricklayers, and it'll help you build everything up and build it in the most phenomenal way to be scalable and structurally sound, all that good stuff. But you need to have a vision of what you want them to build.
Brent, did you have a question?
I have to defend Vance here. Yes, he is completely correct that in this situation or in any situation for an e-commerce merchant, you need an architect or a solution specialist that's going to help you put all those pieces together.
Jesus, it's our 27th podcast. Can't you get into the mic a little better?
Really sorry. Yes.
There you go. Ooh.
Thank you.
So, Defending Vance, new movie coming out.
Well, we shouldn't be defending, but he is giving out a very good.
My last name is Ryan, so you can call it Saving Private Ryan or Saving
Oh, that's good.
Saving
Okay.
Solutions Ryan.
Now, my
Saving
other
Solutions, Ryan.
question is, so when I was giving Vance shit that he was pumping that he was going to come on the podcast, he hadn't, and I was walking by to see what all the hubbub was. You were in, and I walked by this table, and you were talking to a gentleman, and let me tell you, this gentleman was believing at a high level. He was extraordinarily passionate. He was leaned over the table into your grill. What in the God's green earth was that conversation?
So it's one of the best things ever as a platform provider. Passionate people that care about your success. And so this gentleman happened to be for he's a system integrator for us, and he is so passionate about making sure that we are successful that he was trying to lean in and tell me and our chief product officer exactly what his pain points are so they can be fixed. He could fix them himself because it's an open source platform, but like the fact that he is so passionate that he fundamentally thinks these are things we need to lean in on, he was espousing his beliefs to our chief product officer.
I'm telling you, people.
Unreal.
I thought he was talking about Valley Fair.
Beast mode.
Hey, I grew up going to that amusement park.
I don't think you ever went to Valley Fair.
Probably not. It was recently flooded, and now it's
What
not.
did it
That's
used to be called? We used to go to the some.
It's always called Valley Fair.
Yeah, we went to some amusement park in Minneapolis.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. Seriously?
I'm dead serious.
What was it in? It was like Mall of America, or was it like actually
Well,
South
Mall of
Pacific?
America wasn't around at that time. That was 1,000
You
years
remember
ago.
he's old.
I'm 55 years old.
Jesus.
Making us
It was,
offhand.
it was probably like some.
No,
it was probably some like carny circus.
No,
that
it was
traveling
Valley
through the
Fair.
center.
It was Valley Fair. I swear to God, I threw up like 8 times on the roller coaster.
Yeah, all right. Well,
I'm a puker.
Was that like the simple up and down one that they like they set aside and then
I'm a puker by
all
nature.
right. Sorry, I took everybody off.
Wow.
Way off course here.
Wow,
As a side
Brett.
joke with fans not knowing you know what Valley Fair
See,
is.
I'm a
Jeez.
Midwesterner. You don't think I know these things? I know Yonkers department store. We've been over that.
Yes.
Yonkers. That's not even in Minnesota. That's like an Iowa thing.
It is. I grew up in Iowa.
There you go. My cousin used to work for Yonkers.
Did they? See?
There you go.
It just won't stop.
Small world.
It's never ending. So, Vance, Shoptoberfest. This is an inaugural flight, right? This is first timer.
Yeah, first time.
So, what's your, what's the postmortem? What's the call going to be on Monday when you get back and you're like, we're going over things. What's the call?
I mean, I think generally speaking, wild success. The number of merchants that have shown up, the number of partners that have shown up and been super involved, incredible. Absolutely incredible vibes, great feeling in the hall. People excited to be here. People excited about Shopware. And again, I should not say that. People excited about the event. Not even they're excited about the community. This is not a Shopware event. It's a community event.
Yeah.
So I think it's important to make this distinction there. Yeah.
Distinction.
Distinction. Yeah,
I
sorry,
know what you
sorry.
meant.
Yeah, sorry. It's important to make the distinction there.
We're
It's
all
like,
from the Midwest. We know what he had to
Hey,
say.
hey, cop on. You got a free mic. Come around. Watch your
Here you
step.
go.
Watch your step.
Podcast for a photo.
Oh my God.
He's got it.
Gretchen.
Is this live or is this like recording?
oh, we're
We're
recording.
recording. Come on in.
No, Mitch, he's got to get in the photo.
Yeah, so do I.
Hold
Then
on.
pause this
But
and
I'm
go
doing
to
a
the- and you'll
podcast.
literally have 30
Gretchen,
people
this
waiting.
is, I met you earlier.
We are going to come back to this, but can you go get in the photo? Everyone's literally waiting for you.
Oh, okay.
Just
Hold
literally
on. Yeah,
pause
get
this.
off. This is
We're
great
recording.
video.
Speaking of vibes for
This is
Shoptoberfest, we gotta
great.
go be in a
Not
photo.
live.
Okay, wait, both
for
of
how
you have
awesome
to
it is.
go?
Yeah.
Okay,
quick,
this
quick.
is
We
this
have
is
30
outstanding
people.
live
It's awesome.
podcasting. Right, don't you agree?
Yeah, I'm literally. Yeah.
We're losing the guests.
I'm leaving my beer here.
Okay,
They're coming back apparently.
we need to ramp our riff.
20 seconds. All right, we need to pause, I guess.
No, why pause?
We're gonna keep going.
Okay,
Let's pause,
what's
I'm gonna go pee.
yeah? Okay, we're gonna pause. We'll be back right after this digital break.
I
Right,
don't.
back here, I'm hit record. Back here, we got Vance Solution Vance.
My thing died.
Uh-oh. Hold on, I got you. Hold on. There you go. You back?
There we
you
go.
with us?
Yep. You're with us.
Okay, Brent Peterson, host of Talk Commerce, coming back here. We got a new kid. We had Jessica on there. Hold on. Ooh, I moved that. New to the program, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, joining us along with Shopware Solution Vance. It's Mitchie the Kid. It's Mitch. Don't you run sales? What do you do?
Mitchie the Kid.
I run sales,
Yeah.
solutions.
Yeah, get it back in there. Get in there. Get right in there. Get in there. I got to turn you up, Mitch.
So, what
there we go.
What don't I do for go-to-market? I run sales, solutions, and
Holy
customer
shit,
success.
are you the big wig? Do you have like a... Are we C-suiting right now?
We got access. I'll tell you that much. And
Are we in the suite right now, Brent Peterson?
Very sweet.
Damn. Wait, hold on. I got a sound effect for that. Mitch, tell us what you do. We just learned about solutions. That was riveting.
No, we learned about Valley Fair.
We did learn about Valley Fair, one of the highest entertainment and amusement parks in the Midwest.
Wow, how do you follow that?
That is tough. I'm granting you, that's tough. But seriously, what the hell do you do for a day job?
I would like to say that I spend most of my time talking to merchants, but the reality is I spend most of my time trying to get merchants live and happy, and that's how it is, man. Like, we're bringing a new product to a new market, and the only thing that matters is happy, referenceable customers. And so it doesn't matter how many you sign, it matters how many you get live. And so where should anyone spend their time?
I should have asked this, like, I don't know, 8 hours ago.
Shopware's a shopping platform for e-commerce. Is that what you're asking?
Shopware is an e-commerce platform. Is that the question?
Yeah.
No, my
Yeah,
question is,
you've just
that's
figured that
funny.
out.
You're finally funny, Brent. Finally. I knew it. You had it in you. My question is there a contractual obligation when you when you shine on to Shopware? Is there a contractual obligation?
Of course. Is there a contractual obligation to be a Seattle Mariners fan?
No. Well, there is, but I've broken that contract many times. Thanks for
They're
asking.
Mariners. Is that a semi-pro soccer team?
It's hurtful, by the way. Hurtful. Anywho, no, seriously. Now you have to when you sign on with these things. I'm not disparaging it. I'm not saying it's I don't know. It's not a con. Pros and cons of these things. You got to do this. This is a serious commitment. I mean, there's no wedding ring here, but you gotta sign up, don't you?
It's an e-commerce platform. 5-year deals are the standard.
5 years.
Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah, it is. And it's one of the rarest things I've seen in my career that, like, we do 5-year deals. And
I mean, I love it and hate it all at the same time, to be truthful.
but at the end of the day, if you can give predictability to the CFO in this kind of climate, then all of a sudden you have a very different market.
That's true. That's true. My friend Brent actually knows more about Shopware than I do. Patent pending trademark registry.
I want to kind of jump in here to say that
Do
it's
you?
not all up to Shopware. It is also up to the partner that's going to implement Shopware. In fact, it could be more up to the partner than it is the Shopware.
Sorry, we had to pause for a picture.
Of course. That was a big smile pause.
Are you podcasting if you don't have a picture?
I
I
agree.
don't think we are. No,
You
but
were
it-
supposed to be in charge of that.
Yes. I think that a lot of it is up to the solution integrator.
But
to
wait,
make
do you
sure
need a
that it's gonna go
solution?
live.
This is dead serious. So
All
if
right.
I am Joe Schmo, business to business, whatever you want to call it, I got an e-commerce, okay? And Solution Vance is having conversations.
Vance, you want to take this one?
He's got his Bear Bryant hat on.
No, I don't have a hat on. I should put my hat back on.
Yeah, you
over
should.
the headphones.
Yeah.
It doesn't really fit
My
well.
question is, this train is like teetering off the edge. My question is, if I'm going to sign up for Shopware and I'm in the market, okay? I've been using whatever, WooCommerce, I don't know, whatever I've been using.
WooCommerce.
X-Commerce.
WooCommerce.
And I'm like, you know what?
X-Commerce.
I'm gonna sign up for this shit. I gotta sign a 5-year freaking deal.
you don't have to sign a 5-year deal. But if you're on WooCommerce, you're probably someone off the street that can just download a community.
Okay, that was a bad example. Let's strike it from the record.
Why don't you give us some context about who you are as a
I
merchant?
am a big goddamn deal.
Or
I do a lot of GMV, and I'm looking to move my e-commerce platform.
Yeah, same model that everyone goes through, right? You reach out to 5 e-commerce platforms, you get to the inbound BDO, and then you finally get to a position where you get to meet Vance and I. And then you finally start to have a conversation where it's like, let's do some discovery. Let's figure out if you're a good fit for us.
We'll send out the RFP.
Or send out the RFP, which...
we've already learned about RFPs. So, I mean, I think that a good way to look at this is that a merchant is looking for a platform. They're looking for a certain amount of features, but they're also looking for a way to make sure that the solution they want in the future is also going to grow in the future. If you choose a SaaS platform of any kind, you're stuck in guardrails on that SaaS, right? If you go to a legacy platform that may start with an M, that you are going to be stuck in whatever that's never going to happen again. If you go with something like Shopware, you are going to go with a platform that is assured to grow into the future.
And I think that's a super good point, right? We're talking about SaaS in general. It's like when you sign up for a SaaS platform, no question they're going to grow. They're going to innovate. They're going to add new features, whatever. But they dictate what those features are. Those features don't necessarily meet what your needs are. So you can try and submit your input, whatever, but you are a drop in the bucket, right? You're not the defining characteristic for their business, and so the odds of them developing exactly what you're looking for, you're way down in the priority list. Versus an open source platform where you can innovate fiercely, quickly, and get the products that you want, exactly what you want. The system can inform exactly what you want. Whatever makes you special as a merchant, you get exactly that feature when you need it. Because the SI, to your point, Brent, earlier about what's important is a great SI to stand up the system.
Solutions integrator, is that what that SI?
System integrator.
System. Okay, I have an SI joint that we were talking about earlier. I had a week left to have.
There you go.
That I'm working on.
There you go.
SI joint came to mind.
So system integrator, you have a system integrator that's going to develop exactly the feature to exactly your specs.
My
exactly
SI joint, solution provider?
Your SI joint will be rolled exactly, I guess, how you want it to be rolled. And
that's so good.
But I mean, thinking about that, if you wanted to do an SI joint, you probably can't do it in a lot of the major SaaS platforms because they're not going to allow you to sell an SI joint.
Yeah, exactly. Boom! See what we do here? You see the magic?
I gotta say, man, let's not forget that these platforms are pretty amazing.
They are.
Like a SaaS platform is, like, in a lot of ways, they've built this thing up so anybody off the street can use it, which means it's user-friendly and ease of use is something that merchants are just craving, right? We've spent so many decades in this life where everything is a customization. And now customization is a dirty word, flexibility is a dirty word. It really is. And so if you really want to be able to cut through that noise, some merchants are going to be a really good fit for SaaS. They're tired. They want their marketing team to be enabled, and they want to be able to just say, hey, let's set and forget this thing, and I don't want a development cycle on every single change I have to make. But what's happened here when we've pushed everyone to SaaS over the last 10 years is we've forgotten about these CTOs and the CIOs who have true complexity in their business and who say, well, I can't fit into that box. I actually need all of the ability to customize. And also, we've forgotten about the developer. The developer wants to do fun shit. They want to build fun shit. And so you tell them, oh, now you're on a SaaS platform and it's like a UI where you're just like kind of tweaking some stuff. No, let's let them code, let's let them build innovative stuff, but the flexibility has gone out of their job description. And we're now starting to see this power shift go back to them, which is a really interesting part around like why we're coming into the mid-market, why we're trying to solve this problem for folks that really have unique requirements.
Yeah, they do.
That we're not trying to fit them into a box. We're saying, you are unique. Why not be able to customize?
Let's celebrate your uniqueness, Brent.
Yeah, I mean, I think Mitch brings up a really good point that any mid-market merchant doesn't have to settle for guardrails. Like something like Shopware is going to allow...
This is not a Shopware commercial,
It is
Brent.
not a Shopware commercial.
But you're special.
I'm just going to say that something like a open source e-commerce platform is going to allow them to do whatever they want to do within the guardrails. If they don't choose to go outside of the guardrails,
God, he's getting heated, ladies.
They can do anything they want, but if they want to venture outside that fence, they can always venture outside the fence.
But what do you consult? You take who you work for out of it, which is actually stupid because that's impossible to do because we're human and we have biases.
Easy to do. Honestly. Easy to do.
How,
I agree.
if a merchant's out there and they're like in a quandary, they're in a conundrum.
I say go more to Shopify than I say go to Shopware and deal sodas vans.
Whoa, wait, holy shebangin', Batman. What did you, what happened? Oh my God.
Not Minnesota nice.
We do.
Yeah,
Vance is one of the best solution architects I've ever worked with.
Here's what I think is interesting, and I'm 7,000 beers in. What questions should these people be asking to actually find the right place for them? If it's Shopware, super duper duper, because we're presented by.
So if I may.
Want to start?
Yeah, I'll start. Yeah. The main question you should be asking is how unique are they? And what complexity?
Everybody thinks they're unique.
No, hold on, Scott. Let me finish. Yeah. What complexity do we have in our business? Because if you think you're super complex, and you go to Shopify, and literally all of your requirements fit into the box that they offer you. Spoiler alert: you're not that complex. You're not unique.
Well, that's what I was getting to.
And but the point is that Shopify has done a phenomenal job building a product that serves a subset of the market, 100%. And to Mitch's point earlier, we direct a bunch of people to Shopify all the time that say, "Hey, look, you're not that complex. You would fit really great into Shopify, and honestly, you'd be best served by Shopify. They're a phenomenal product. Why bother?
Or a SaaS platform.
Or a SaaS
like
platform.
You've got a big
SaaS
commerce.
platform. Yeah.
And this is what you need.
But if all of a sudden you start evaluating and you say, hey, I have these 7 requirements and 3 fit really just sweetly into Shopify, but all of a sudden that 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th, okay, well, 4th, 5th, and 6th, they kind of stretch Shopify a little bit, and 7th is just out of bounds, right? It's out of bounds. That is where you need to start evaluating what platform you're looking at and why you're looking at that platform. And so I can't tell you the number of deals we've been in, quite frankly, with it is us, Shopify, and the commerce suites, right? Just as an example, you get the whole spectrum of SaaS to fully 100% composable, build your own system. The fact that we are all in that same room is wrong. The merchant doesn't have a good understanding of what they're looking for because shit. Well, I guess what I meant to say, before I got booed off stage, we shouldn't all be in the same room. There's no reason for us to all be in the same room.
Yes! That was good shit. That's a juicy nugget right there.
Someone's in the wrong room, right?
Someone's in the wrong room.
But see, that's what I'm saying. A lot
and
of
who
times,
identifies it first?
Yeah, they don't ask themselves the right questions in order to find the right solution.
Yeah. We do. We do this, and we're able to realize, and I think our secret sauce, man, and we're not everything to everyone. We know this right now, and we've brought a lot of talent into our room to say we've all had e-commerce experiences, and we've all worked at platforms before. I've worked at 3 myself. Is this a good deal for us, and is this a good deal for the merchant? And you have to ask yourself that every single time.
That's why I think B2B is your like happy place, because there's complex shit going on in industrial and all kinds of just intricacies of distributor networks and all that kind of stuff. Yes, Brent Peterson, host of Talk Commerce.
I mean, I was going to rewind before our break that if we were to look at those specific merchants in that room, they don't necessarily know what they want, and it's up to both the platform and the SI to determine where they should be, right? Like, I think there's a fundamental flaw in how people are looking at what platform they'd like to be in before they even choose what platform they're on.
Yeah, because I get back to my own thing. A lot of organizations are siloed. They don't have the understand. Not everybody's in the room making the decisions, especially in a legacy, if you want to call it, an old school B2B situation where they're not. Everybody drink. Every time we hit the table, everybody drink.
Yeah.
There you go. Absolutely.
If I can have a hot take here, quick. Though. All right. Sure. Yeah.
God, I love this.
Scott and I are at 6 hours now of podcasting straight.
Okay, hot take. Wait, hold on. Let me get the pot. Hold on. Let me get this. Hot take.
In your face, sucker!
Go.
You got it.
I got more. Don't worry.
So yes, my hot take is Shopify is the right merchant for a lot of people out there. Most.
Wait, have
But-
we gotten to the hot take?
That was the hot take. And
Jesus
no,
Christ.
and hold on.
No,
And-
this is the right one.
And no CFO, no CIO ever got fired for picking Shopify.
I
Shopify
would
is
disagree with that, but okay.
That's a hot take. Is that a hot take?
That's a really good. That's a good observation.
Yeah, I like
no,
that.
No one gets fired for choosing the safe choice.
I agree. That's a good
But
take.
it's a short-sighted view of what you need to do.
I want to correct you because nobody gets fired in the short term for choosing.
Yeah, Brent's been fired for much less.
Yeah, I've definitely been fired over the long term for choosing the wrong choice.
I'd also like to say something.
I've
Yeah,
been
go ahead. Yeah,
by the way,
Mitch.
just to throw myself on
Mitch
that
from
sword,
Australia.
I've been fired 100 times.
I'm just saying, like, generally speaking, like, to your point, I'll amend it. No one's fired in the short term for choosing Shopify because it is the safe, industry standard choice.
Listener, we have someone raising their hand who really
Yes.
has something to get
Please
off,
go.
vent their spleen.
Well, I joined 6 years ago at Shopify Plus when the only merchants that were doing over 25 million were the ones that were homegrown. Was to go after merchants doing 25 million and above.
Yeah.
And so now, put yourself in a different situation where Harley doesn't even know what an ERP is. And now look at what he's doing. And now look at, and then the other element of this was Forrester and Gartner were always pay to play. We don't pay to play. Think about that mentality and how that shifted over the years. And now all of a sudden, and I'm not saying that you can't change your opinion, and I'm not saying that you can't evolve, but I lived it.
Yeah.
I lived being the first mover in this company, right? Like of trying to do this.
Yeah.
And they didn't care. And Toby, to his credit, has always been obsessed with the entrepreneur. And that's why the core of this platform is so good. And it will always be good because that's his obsession. But this idea that they're ready for it and they have like built a platform for it is very different to what the mission has always been. So let's revert back to what a B2B merchant is.
Business to business.
It's very different, man.
It is very different.
It
Very
is. And
different.
you're not trying to fit someone into a box. You're trying to create something that gives a merchant something that says, you are unique, because they are.
Yeah, no, the catalogs are different, the logistics are different.
And
I would
so
argue that
let's-
extends to B2C too. I mean, there's B2C merchants that have a lot of complexity that Shopify can't handle.
I mean, I have to be
Anyway,
honest.
we're on this track of just one platform right now. But like, BigCommerce have done a great job of this too. Like, they're a good platform, man. It's good software. The APIs are open. They've always been open, and it's okay to say that like there's other platforms out there that do really good jobs.
Roll. I like how you roll. You're just like, you know what? We're gonna tell you what we do, how we do it. If it's a good fit, it's a good fit. If we can solve your problems, super. But if not, that's okay too.
We ain't everything to everyone, man, and every other platform is trying to do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and I think I want to just interject here that
do you?
I do. That Shopify does not do B2B well at all.
I agree,
and
I have experienced that
multi-store.
On a small
and
scale.
I
I know that.
Multi-store is the thing that's overlooked the most, and there's only a few like Shopware and other ones. I mean, Magento would be another one that does multi-store very well, that Shopify does not do at all. Even though the salespeople...
Brent's having time.
I'm sorry, but I'm very passionate about
No,
this.
I
They're not going to do it. And they're going to tell you, the salespeople are zealous about it. They're going to tell you it does it, it won't
As someone
do
who cares deeply about a merchant experience and like all like selfishly, all my brand is meeting merchants every single time and adding value to them every time I have a conversation with them. I'm never like a good fit for every merchant.
Yeah.
It never is. It's not. But like, let's have a conversation. What are you up to right now? What is your challenges and everything else? And like
Brian,
our industry.
Talking to you. What are you up to now? What's your challenges right now?
No, our industry has just gotten so far to the point where it's just like everybody's obsessed with like what's next, how to re-platform, and everyone forgot that the most riskiest thing that any merchant can do is re-platform their e-commerce.
It makes me.
Are you kidding? Let's
it.
respect that again.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we have a few minutes left. Let's
do we have a
some
few
time
minutes left? Because
we're
entering
doing this for 7 hours now.
The zone.
If we were to look at the idea of replatforming, I think that D2C, the idea of replatforming could be every other year, right? But B2B, like the idea of replatforming is a major hurdle that you still have to do. Why? Because it's very complex. Why? Because everybody's solution is incredibly different. Your idea for a solution for D2C is very streamlined, but every other solution is incredibly complex, and you have so many variables that have to be taken into that you cannot do that replatform year over year.
If I could just speak to that real quick, I think it's a crucial point you just brought up, Brent, about B2C versus B2B, and I think there's been a misnomer in the world of B2B around how consumerization of B2B is going to be the next big thing. It's been around for so many years. We've been talking about consumerization of B2B for literally a decade, right? And no platform out there that I've seen has actually contributed to make it so that B2B transition is easy. To your point, oh, great, we have a new website that also supports the same features from B2B. So sales agents that we rely on for 90% of our revenue, you just need to point them from site A to site B. That doesn't move the needle. That doesn't mean anything to those sales reps, because those sales reps are making their number, they're making your number as a business on the relationships, on the time they spend with the customer, and on the attention they spend. So they're traveling to these people, they're visiting them, they're taking them out to dinner, all those things. There hasn't been any innovation in the B2B space in a long time.
Vance, I think this is a good point, right? Like, what you're saying is like the D2C platforms are perpetuating the lie to say, hey, come to us. We're not building a platform to come to you in terms of the B2B merchants. It's like, hey, we have this one, and B2B should look like D2C. Come over here. And we are not catering to the B2B unique use cases that they have, which is incredibly unique.
I'd like to raise a glass to
Which-
finish this bad boy off. You
Hold on,
guys
hold
have
on,
been
Scott.
incredible
Hold on.
hosts.
Let me talk about how Shopware does it. Whoa. Okay, fine.
Okay, do it.
We've actually innovated in the direction of doing B2B.
glass is literally bigger than twice as big in a whole
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, because I asked for the big boy glass. So
Solution Vans?
I just want to say, okay, I guess I'm being cut off. But I just want to say, I think it's important to note that like we've focused on doing that.
Yes, I was gonna basically make a cheers.
Focus on.
Thanks a lot, Solution Vans.
You're welcome, Scott.
I would like to have a cheers, as we just cheered, to B to freaking B and finding a solution that fits for you. And this is going to sign off our last episode from Shoptober, presented by
Shopware.
Thanks for listening. Bye.
It's going some. I had the rap. It was really good. Thank you, Scott.
Good rap. Good rap.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us on, man.
Talk Commerce is a production of Content Basis LLC. For more creative content, go to contentbasis.io.